Chapter 90. Wilbur dug in, glancing at the foreign man. Something felt off about everything Cindy had just said. How did she end up with some influential foreign guy just like that? Wilbur thought it through and pretended to pick up his phone. He sneakily took a photo of the foreign man and sent it to his top hacker and sniper friend Layla. He captioned the photo with the man's name, Ricardo Lycorica. After sending the text, Wilbur could not help but let out a chuckle. What a ridiculous last name this guy had. Within 10 minutes, he received a reply from Layla. There was a Waller Street investment group, but there was no such person by the name of Ricardo Lycorica. The man's real name was Santiago Tavella, a notorious scammer who had been involved in countless scams and had a warrant put out for him. He had been on the run for over a year. Wilbur shook his head. It looked like Cindy had been targeted, but Woods Corporate was under Cape, which would suffer a loss as well if Cindy was scammed. Would that not mean that Cape would be involved as well? That thought made him send out a text to Faye at once, telling her to remove Cindy from all her positions at Woods Corporate for now before conducting an internal investigation, to see if she had done anything that broke the rules before deciding what to do with her. This was also on account of the fact that they had been classmates. Had it been anyone else, Wilbur would have gotten Faye to fire them at once. She had already had a bad personality that he deemed unfit for her position, and now she was dating a scammer. Yet just then, a still oblivious Cindy was still going on, bragging about how great she was at her job at Woods Corporate, and how she had Blake in the palm of her hand to give her the position of department manager. She finished talking about herself and promptly moved back to the foreign man, going on about how madly in love he was with her, just waiting for the Dasha branch to be set up so he would be able to hire her as the vice chairman there and even marry her. Wilbur heard that and began worrying about Cindy. After all, the two of them had been classmates. He knew that it was a scam and could not bear to see Cindy fall for it just like that. After giving it some thought, Wilbur slowly said, "Cindy, have you considered the fact that the investment group is never going to open a branch in Dasha?" "What did you just say?" Cindy was thrown off guard. Wilbur paused before saying, "Maybe this Ricardo Lycorica is a scammer, and he's not from the investment group at all." "Wilbur, you're out of your mind." Cindy raised her voice, glowering at Wilbur. "Thinking everyone else is as low as you just because you're in a bad place, the nerves you have. Apologize to my boyfriend this very instant." Wilbur glanced at the foreign man, who was currently staring daggers at Wilbur. It was obvious that he could understand what they were saying. Wilbur looked at an enraged Cindy. "You really don't believe me?" "Why should I believe what a loser like you says?" Cindy fumed. Just then, the foreign man spoke up as well. "Sir, accusing someone wrongly is not only rude but illegal. My lawyers can sue you." Wilbur still cared about Cindy ever so slightly on the account that they had been classmates, but he was much less forgiving to her boyfriend. He said coldly, "Do you swear that everything you've said to Cindy about yourself has been true?" "Of course. How could I lie to someone so beautiful?" The foreign man seemed confident, certain of the fact that no one in a place like this would know of his past.